Are you up again? Holy Shadowfreeze, goodness, man. Tonight we get a lot of that Shadowfreeze gameplay. Though Austin trying to see if he can shut it down very, very quickly. Got him some barrages. Immediately silenced out of Void Queen as he got some slows onto Austin, stunning him while he's out from behind the pillow. Blink away just to break out of the stun. And it's got an image or Siphon chasing after Siphon, Mindbender chasing after Austin to try to see if he can maximize hero set. There goes the interrupt on Shadow for Austin. I don't know if he's got the damage. PI is getting stolen from Void Queen though, trying to see if he can blast him out really, really quickly. And Void Queen looking for a heal, but the blast with missiles, you may be looking at a disperse right here, right now. That is a lot of damage and does have to go for a disperse for Austin. Able to force a lot of cooldowns, going for recovery, trying to get defenses back as quick as possible. Yet another interrupt onto Void Queen. Does get it really, really close. Could have been a fear opportunity, but I think that thing was still maybe on cooldown. Big Arcanosphere getting set up. Void Queen is going to get interrupted. Does at least get kind of sort of close to Austin into a silence. Maybe a fear. Needs some kind of a CC for this guy for sure. Stun around the corner. Has himself a blink into an interrupt. Knocking him into a ring of fire for Void Queen. Not a lot that they can do right now. Trying to go for a heal. While fear is out on Austin, there goes more missiles behind the pillar. You have to deal with a mage whether you can see him or not. You just can't stop a lot of this mage's damage, man. It is wild. Into yet another interrupt. Got some Void Torrent, but he's just full on committed. Big offense. Big old barrage at the very, very end with Yar gonna be up next. What is this smog, man? The Nautica look. I like it. Hold on a second. Wait, the hat kind of matches this Nautica look. I very, very much like it. You got the technically shoulder pads and everything. Yo, Yar living up to his name, man. Big old, actually, not big old, it's tiny little baby Arcane sphere hitting him way out there. I forget how tiny the Arcane spheres can actually be. I usually am used to the big ones. Massive damage onto Yar. Needs to catch up a heal or two. Does he have the mobility to catch back up to Austin? Got himself whatever defenses he has, but a touch of magic has been built up. Barely leaving him alive. The Yar got himself one. I was about to say one barrage away, but that Arcane Orb that's fully powered up with an Arcane Surge is enough to take the man out. There's absolutely just zero counter there. He walked in, he pressed the right buttons, but a warrior versus mage, that's a tough counter, man. That's a tough matchup. We saw that a lot yesterday on EU, together with Tarion, as well as Kragar, man. And those guys used to be pretty good, basically mage slayers for warriors on the EU side. Even they are struggling with it just because it's a mage, whether it's fire, whether it's frost, whether whatever. I can't respect the mage. What do you mean you can't respect Austin? He's one of the best mages I've ever met. He's a really good arcane man. He's been an arcane main forever. He's also the nicest guy I ever met. What do you mean? And you trying to see if you can charge in. That is going to be a coordinated assault. Got himself plenty of range damage, but look at the damage he's just getting hit through the wall. Stun onto Austin. Does have himself a blink with a trinket there. Was that a trinket and a blink, or is it just having to blink and trinket two things? Trying to see if you can trap up Inu into a ring of frost. Doesn't quite connect. Inu able to get a lot of damage out. Maybe looking at potentially sniping an ice block out of Austin. If you can get him low enough with a big kill shot, that would do enough damage. Does have a knockback for the guys. Austin trying to see if he can maybe reposition himself. Needs CC to come out. There goes Alter. As long as he doesn't have his Alter randomly purged, he might actually be able to get some kind of like happy recovery here. Able to reposition, touch the matchup onto Inu. Is going to back up out of there immediately. Got himself Arcane Orbs. He's barraging him from a distance. I love this like mortar playstyle that Arcane Mages got going on in PvP. They don't even just see their target. They can just zone you so hard. Fear of the Eagle, Breath to follow. Austin maybe looking at Ice Block. There's going to be some more missiles around the pillar. Inu dropping in a stun, trying to see if he can maybe get some kind of a go. Austin with an Ice Block. He was just put up against the wall. There's a stun right next to him. If he moves left, he's probably going to get stunned up. That's going to put him in a bad spot. He needs a blink. He needs some kind of recovery. He needs some kind of recuperation here. And that Ice Block had to come out. Freezing Trap right next to him. As Inu able to go for a bit of mending himself. If he can get himself some kind of like a double stun setup onto one stun to proc a blink out of Austin, one to actually lock him down in place, I feel like Inu could have himself a really good go. Shifted power off for Austin, and he catches that Inu's very, very low in health, looking to go for a big old Arcanosphere. Unable to dodge it, forced to turtle. I feel like for Inu, this is where now Austin is running the show. Got him some missiles as soon as the oh. What are these Arcane Orbs? Hold on a second. Was that a barrage with an Arcane Orb in like in the same global or something? What was that? It just looked like an Arcane Orb barely tripped him. That's what it looked like. You know how like when you go to like a I don't know, like kind of when you go to like a water park. I don't know if you've ever been to a water park. And like, let's say you're on a slide, right? You just got off the slide, you're getting up to pick up your tube. Somebody just slides in right under you, makes you flip, trips your feet. That's kind of how it felt like. It felt like he was just fine. And then this orb just kind of knocked him over. With Horde gonna be up next, trying to see if he can survive this, getting knocked out of his one big old dome that's gonna protect him from magic damage, looking for more cover as missiles barraging him with a touch of the magic. It's a lot of damage collected. It just wipes him out of the game. But the barrage takes him out very, very quickly. It's gonna be Ultimate Beast is the only one left, or for the team one. He has to find a way to fight through Austin. Are you ready? Are you around, my guy? You are ready. Okay, for Austin. He's just chilling his crab. His mog is just all over the place. He's got a big old crab mount. He's got one of every color. He's wearing as a mog. He's got a big old like antenna dish. Trying to find, use a satellite location to find these guys. Maybe that's what he doesn't need the eyeballs. He doesn't need to find him. He doesn't need to see the target to hit it. He's just using literally the satellites just to triangulate their location. Oh man, the big brain plays out of the Arcane. That is a full set of dots on Awesomedom. Ultimate needs to find a way to get up close. That is dots running down the mage. If you could just live it long enough, I think the mage could be under a ton of pressure, trying to go for altar, sitting down for food, whatever health recovery you can get. No, that's not altar. Never mind. It just looks like an altar. Sometimes you get that clock animation above your head. Looks like altar, feels like altar, not altar. Blind trinkets out of it with shifted power with a Nova onto Ultima. It's just trying to find himself some kind of way out of the situation. He needs to find a way to lock down Austin. He needs a shadow step, but he's trying to max that range. Oh, I think it's just over, right? Touch of the Magi? I was gonna say maybe Chi Death? No. You're just going in there. My God. All right. Void Queen first one out again for Team 1, this time versus Sanchez. Oh my goodness. Caster duel between the two. Immediate root by the Shaman, trying to see if he can get himself an angle. Got himself the opener off the bat with a big Primordial. I love the animation of the Primordial, by the way. How it's all like elements all together instead of just a green old snot ball that you throw out at people. Roots it down as Void Queen try to see if he can set up his Mindbender over towards Sanchez. Barely really able to find a way to maximize the value. Finally got some damage over time. It's going to be a wall as Void Queen pushing in for some output. And Sanchez running. He got Lava Burst. He doesn't need to stand there to cast anything at all. He just blasted with a Light and Lasso. Void Queen does not have a trinket for this one. So it will come down to either disperse or potentially trying to go for whatever self feels you got. Got himself a little bit of recovery behind the pillar. Could be an interrupt out of Sanchez, trying to go for a bit of line of sight, as it is going to be a mind games to follow. Got himself plenty of damage. Void Torrent catching him. Sanchez may need to use summon here just to survive it. There goes the Guardian. Got himself a bit of a heal totem as well. This is going to be Void Eruption. Big Ascendance out for Sanchez. Got himself lots of recovery. Ascendance proc together with the Guardian. That gives you so much output right there, so much passive healing. Silence to follow. As Void Queen is getting super aggressive, burrow down, could go for a bit of a knockout, maybe even a knockback. Try to go for a disperse. This is the time to use the defensive just to bail out of it. That is a trade too. Burrow is a defensive ability for Sanchez. For Void Queen, disperse is also defensive, so it's a bit of a trade for one for the other. VT is out. Got himself a bit of a setup. Lava Burst and Earth Shocks are doing a ton of damage for Void Queen. Got himself a bit of a reset with an Aegis. Sanchez getting blasted. Only wishes he had the grounding totem or maybe an interrupt for this. Mind Games blasted out by Void Bolts, but I think it's going to be over. Because he's a Shadow Word Death and does end up squeaking one around the corner with Dusk Till Claw. Wait, hold on. Dusk Till Claw? A Worgen? I was about to say for a second, it's like, wait a second, hold on. Dusk Till Dawn, right? But Dusk Till Claw. And it's a Worgen Monk. I'm kind of liking it. He is going to have adaptation, so your next sphere is not going to do anything for the guy at all, but can force out a trick at the very least with a reversal with the Fused Magic, trying to put the dots back in the Void Queen. There goes the sun, got a PI. Now is a good opportunity to get whatever damage you can, as it is going to be a karma. You need summon for this ability right now. You just need to live. I don't know if you can do it. Silence to follow, just to use everything you can to survive. Mind Games to give yourself a little bit of a defense. Saga GG for his sleep. You actually slept and they kicked you in your sleep? What is this? That is brutal. DPs are out, but it's going to be touch of death as Dusk is going for raw defenses, and it's going to be Horde up next. Horde Badia? I like the name. Got him some full stun. All of the pets are coming out. The undead's running in. Trinket. You need maybe just a claw? No? I was going to say for a second. It looked like you were trying to port, right? Was the monk trying to port, or was it just like setting up a port? Setting up like a transcendence point or whatever it is. AMS up for Horde behind you, but I don't really know what you can do in this situation. It's just a warrior rushing you. You don't have IBF. You don't have anything to do with the physical damage. He's just chopping you in half, and there it goes with Yar charging in right after. Wild Fresh Air is kind of low. Hits him with a quick stun. The guy doesn't really have anything to really work with here. Double Blaze up to follow. Leave it out of the way. Try to save the parry for a little bit later. And actually not taking too much damage, but that blade is going to start to hurt. Though Trinket out of that fear. Wait, did Trinket out of the fear, or was it a stun to follow? I think we just took it out of the fear. Parry is up. There's going to be Yard trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a go. Got himself Warbreaker, which I think is going to pass through the parry, which is going to put a debuff onto Fresh Air either way. Yard got himself whatever defenses he's got. He got parry if ever he needs to. He may be looking at a parry, potentially trying to see if he can delay using defenses and just going for a heal, a little bit of CC, set up some kind of a damage go versus versus Fresh Air. It does pick himself up one little heal with an parry, which leap it after Fresh, trying not to let him go anywhere, not setting that stun long at all though. I think it's just Yard, right? I was gonna say for a second because he's an orc, but actually no, he's a different kind of orc. You have Fresh Air, which is the OG orc. Yar is the MAGA orc, which I think look cooler, honestly. Parry is up. Fresh Air can't really respond. Trying to see if he makes some kind of damage happen. Just getting executed on it. Just slammed down. Nothing he can do in that situation. With Hockey Shadow going to be second to last over for the team too. Is he going to try to give Yar an opportunity to go for a full reset here, potentially? Full honor duel? Vith? He's looking at Vith. He's perfectly fine. Is that second wind? Do you have second wind? Or is it just that's the deal? No, you got second wind. Okay, I was going to say for a second. I love this man's mog, by the way. It looks so good. The pirate hat. You got yourself the what's it called? The Wastelander or the Waste Wanderer set. You got yourself a big old goblet sapper in the barrel. It looks so good, man. This is gonna be Hockey. Full dots are into a sepsis. Are we gonna be seeing a Dance Kingsbane? I think we are, yeah. Dance Kingsbane, it's over. It's over. Unless you got a big heal, those dots are enough to kill you. That's not even Deathmark. Hockey's been trying to figure out a perfect way to separate and have two burst windows, right? Specifically two. One outside of the Deathmark window and one inside of the Deathmark window, so you can be effective every minute. And that sepsis, big Kingsbane, the poison just injection with a couple of shivs in there. Oh, it is brutal. And then you get the bleed setup with Deathmark. Oh, absolutely brutal. And Vith trying to see if he can find a way to find the rogue. Got him dotted with a couple of Sarcharges. But them being rogues, they can escape quite easily. What's up, my guy? I haven't played in a while. What is the class for PvP this season, Susie? I'd say about everything that was good in last season is probably going to be good in this season. It's just the first week, so it's kind of hard to tell, right? I don't think the meta has been created yet. But if you want to bring whatever class you hit play, last time, Susie, more than welcome to, my guy. More than welcome to. Cheap shots are out. Hockett trying to get himself a bit of a go. That is Dance available. Sepsis and everything is back up. So hold on. Vith could take a lot of damage right now. Sepsis is actually going to back away. He's going to back away. He is not going to sink any more damage. Just letting that Sepsis do work. And for Vith, just having to regrowth it. 31% dampening, maybe with a bit of wound poison on there. It's already kind of sort of starting to hurt. But he's just going to back away. For Hockey, he should have Cold Blood. He should have Shadow Dance. He should have everything, and Cloak of Shadow is the only thing he doesn't have. So Vith, if he's playing it carefully, those Star Surges with the damage over time with dots as well as the slows, he can't really stop it blind. This Hockey does close the gap in melee, trying to see if he can get himself some kind of a setup. Shadow Step is available, can reconnect. There goes the big shiv. Does he go for the dance? Evasion is up, but look at the distance Vith is able to cover with those flaps, and that's just going to be dots riding down Hockey. If you can get a slow into Hockey too, Star Surge is not feeling good either. And Vith is fueled full of resources. He got plenty of Star Surges to give, as Hockey just had to take all of this Fury of Balloon damage on. I think he's just dead. Vanish? Cheap Death maybe will save you. Phantom Nice, cheap shot. Trickets immediately. Cheap shot again. You have to have a go now. This is your last chance to make some kind of a play. No cloak is available. Trying to see if you can make anything happen here. Dots are in. Everything. Vith is just fighting through it. And Vith took a lot of this damage, but he's just absolutely fine. Looking quite healthy. Ain't a full Deathmark. Ain't a full Dance Kingsbane. And look at his health. He's actually... I'm surprised he's actually kind of comfortable here. As Austin is going to be up next. Vith immediately dotting the guy. Star Surge to follow. Ring of Fire with an Arcane Sphere. Trying to see if he can zone Vith out. And I think that is probably going to be able to connect. Oh, going for a bit of a disengage with a flap to get around the fire. Silence out Austin on his arcane damage, and Austin is actually kind of limited a little bit, but a big touch of the magic together with more missiles, putting Vith on a defensive, forcing him in bear form, trying to get him to heal, looking to maybe catch a quick interrupt here and there. Bash, oh! Is that just touch of the magic collected that much damage? That was just a lot. Wow. That was a ton. Gonna be a barrage down by Austin. Ring of Frost as he's trying to see if he can maybe find a way to fight the ultimate beast, the rogue. The assassin hits him with a sap, can go for a full set of dots. We'll need to find a way to fight through the ice block. That's really the only thing that's gonna be able to block a lot of his damage. So if you can maybe separate the ice block away with like going for Shadow Dance, King's Bane, Sepsis combo, kind of like what Hockey did, I think you could have himself a proper go. Austin, all the time is available. Got himself a bit of damage, a bit of defense, but also Ultimate Beast getting hit with the touch of the magic, maybe looking for a Cloak of Shadows. That is a lot of damage. That is just a ton of damage. Smoke Bomb, I don't even know what that Smoke Bomb really can do in this situation. It does give you a little bit of cover, Cloak, Vanish. Got himself a proper reset. Looking to knock the rogue, doesn't quite connect. Arcane Barrage, oh, Arcane Order so close, picking up the eye just to make sure you can get ahead of the rogue. Hits him with a slow immediately. Missiles to follow. As long as you can keep the rogue at arm's reach. Oh, I think he's just dead. He's just dead. Was that Nether Tempest? Is that what that was? That was clutch. I was actually so close. Yeah, as long as that's the best part about Arcane Mage. If you can just keep a guy just at arm's reach the entire time, you can just punish them for so much damage. It is just